The Dow falls 427 as stocks hit 5-year lows. Stocks slumped to their worst levels in more than 5 years today as fears about the deteriorating economy intensified. Stocks hit levels last seen in early 2003, with financial stocks slammed hard. Citigroup falls 23%, and new worries grow that Congress won't offer help to automakers that could fail or go bankrupt, with another 2.5 million jobs possibly lost. And the Fed cuts its economic projections. Tech stocks sag. Yahoo falls 21% after Microsoft says it doesn't want the company anymore. The Dow-Jones-Industrials closed down 427 points, or 5.1%, to 7,997, its first close below 8,000 since March 31st, 2003. Just like the gasoline price. That coincides, doesn't it? Yes, going backwards. America is going backwards now. It looks like it's in decline. Big time. The Standard & Poor 500 index was down 53 points, or 6.1%, to 807, its worst close since March 12, 2003. In the process, the index fell below 819, its intraday low on November 13th, and a closely watched support level. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 97 points, or 6.5%, to 1,386, its first close below 1,400 since April 16th, 2003. The Nasdaq 100 index fell 68 points, or 5.9%, to 1,088, its lowest close since April 25th, 2003. And the sell-off reflected three forces at work. A sharp decline in financial stocks, reflecting investor unhappiness that the Treasury Department has junked its plan to take over the troubled assets of a number of financial institutions, contrary to what Congress wanted. Increasing worries that the recession will be much worse than anyone thought. I guess it could be heading towards a depression, with deflation problems growing rapidly. The Federal Reserve issued new projections today showing unemployment would jump well above 7% next year. Well above. Prior forecasts had seen jobless peaking at no more than 6%, but I guess that was way off. The economy is deteriorating faster than any time since the second quarter of 1980. Perhaps faster than any time ever in history. And fears that inaction in Congress will lead to the collapse of General Motors, Chrysler Group, or both. Citigroup shares fell 23.4% to $6.40, its first close below $7 since May 1995. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq and Nasdaq 100 were pulled lower by weaknesses in such key technology stocks as Microsoft, Google, Apple, Cisco Systems, among others. In addition, Yahoo was off 20.2% to $9.22, the worst loss among Nasdaq 100 stocks, after Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer once again ruled out buying the company, but expressed interest in resuming talks on a web search partnership someday. Adding to the glum mood was the Federal Reserve's new economic projections, which see unemployment in the United States jumping well above 7% in 2009. Meanwhile, executives from GM, Ford Motor, and Chrysler finished making their case for more government aid to the House Financial Services Committee. They saw this coming a long time ago, and they didn't prepare for it. The prospects for actually getting help doesn't look good. The problem is the real specter of what we do on the GM front. It's really hanging over the market right now. It's the 400-pound plus or 400-plus pound gorilla. Crude oil closed down 77 cents to $53.62 after a government report showed theoretically larger than expected domestic oil supplies. There was speculation that crude could fall below $50. I guess it's just going to go down to nothing either. All commodities are falling rapidly, fast. All 30 of the stocks in the Dow were lower on the day. Yes, it's falling rapidly. And these are all interconnected or connected to something much bigger. Yes, it's coming. Real change is coming, no matter what. Asian stocks fell overnight. Japan stocks fell. Hong Kong's fell. Stocks were down in Europe as well. London's FTSE 100 index was down 4.8%. And the broader DJ Stocks 600 index had shed 4%. The big three continue to plead for more money, more help, more handouts. They saw these problems coming. They did nothing at all. They saw many years ago. The automakers want an additional $25 billion in aid from the government's $700 billion financial rescue fund. In September, Congress approved a $25 billion loan to the automakers to help them convert to more fuel-efficient vehicles. So how much is it going to take? Well, they're always going to need handouts. Anyway, actually, they probably need to go bankrupt. All things that are not good are going to have to go away. And things that are good, well, I guess they will remain. This is a flushing out, a wringing out. And America is in decline, serious decline. And, once again, there's a lot more to this. People really need to start reading the Holy Bible, because it tells or foretells of these things, of things to come. And these are the end times days, or end times, transition days. And there are many, many signs. Just read the reports, newspapers, watch the TV, the news. Look around, look at the changing climate, or the weird weather. Look at all the fires, wildfires in California. Look at all the problems. And this thing right here, in the stock market, it's falling fast. Trillions and trillions of dollars are being lost rapidly. What would it mean if the domestic auto industry were allowed to fail? One GM chief executive officer argued. The societal costs would be catastrophic. 3 million jobs lost within the first year. U.S. personal income reduced by $150 billion more dollars, and a government tax loss of more than $156 billion over 3 years. Such a level of economic devastation would far exceed the government support that our industry needs. This is about much more than just Detroit. Well, the U.S. economy is headed for a catastrophic collapse. These are what the professionals, the economists say, that the U.S. economy is headed for a catastrophic collapse. The ones that are smart, I guess. Yes, all these things are connected once again to what's going on. These are signs of the times. No, things are just not going to automatically get better. Everything that's bad has to go away. It's just the way it is. Everybody really does need to start reading the Holy Bible, because these are the last days, end times, transition days, and there are many, many signs. Once again, just look around.